and her together. We've been together for like a year or two. But I proposed to her, and during that time, you know, we plan to get married in Houston. I take care of a lot of people. I'm never letting one woman control of all the hard work I've done in my life.
Facts.
None of these motherfuckers was in the gym with me,
Facts.
right?
Facts.
So if I always told myself, whoever I'm married to, they signing the prenup off top. It's not even a second guess. So me and her had to talk about it. So we get the prenup back at least 3-4 months before the wedding, right? I give it to her. Granted, when I give it to her, she shouldn't be surprised by it because me and her sat down and agreed up on the prenup. A month passed, like 2 months before the wedding. I'm like, yo, look, we need to get that prenup signed so we can go and, you know, send it in and get it, you know, get all that taken care of. So when we get down there to Houston, we ain't got to worry about it. I tell her that like 2 or 3 times. It's a month. That was 2 months before the wedding. It's a month before the wedding. She's like, I'm going to sign it. 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 I'm like, cool. You can sign it. But look, during that time, we making arrangements for the wedding, right? Because, you know, you still got to plan shit. So, you know, I love her. And I'm going to keep it real with you. I was in love with her. And we was building a family. So I'm like, okay, cool. I ain't going to make no big deal of it. I went with planning the wedding. I didn't stop. I kept planning the wedding. So as we planned for the wedding, she from New York. I'm from Texas. I'm from Port Arthur, which is an hour from Houston where we get married. I want my pastor to do it. He right there. It'll save us some money. Da-da-da-da. She is adamant about this certain pastor doing the thing, right? Some other girl brought the pastor name to her attention. This a pastor she's never seen. So I'm like, cool. It's her wedding. I ain't got no problem. Keep in mind, remember this pastor, right? I spent about $400,000 on the wedding, y'all. About $400K, right? Now we at 2 weeks before the wedding. Everything planned, we ready to go. I'm like, look, bro, why I got to keep asking you about this prenup, bro? It ain't like you don't know what's on it. Like, what motives? This is what I told her. What you up to? What motives you on? I ain't on nothing. I just ain't had time to sign up, planning a wedding and all this. I'm like,
so for context, this man right here is a retired NBA star. His name is Stephen Jackson, and his story will tell us the importance of prenups if you're planning to get married, and especially if you are a successful man like him. Because as he said, he's taking care of his family and a lot of people, and he's not gonna let one woman come and take all the stuff that he worked for away from him. So let's continue hearing the story, and then I'll give my perspective and my thoughts about it.
this the day of the wedding. Wake up that morning, I'm getting dressed. In the back of my mind, you know what I'm saying? I'm all thinking about is this damn prenup, right? That's all I'm thinking about. This why Steph Marbury and Mike Bibby my brothers. All right, for life. We in the back, we walk to the back room, and the priest come in, the preacher come in with his assistant, I guess. And then my nanny come back in there with a spook look on her face, like, she still like she pulled me to the side and she still ain't signed it. Oh, I ain't getting married. Steph was like, she ain't signed a prenup. What we even here for? I'm like, yeah, dog, I ain't doing it. The preacher steps up. He's like, hold on. He say, now hold on. I know you love this girl. Don't make a drastic decision. I think you should just let God handle it. I say, huh? I think you should just let God handle it. Me as a pastor, I don't believe in prenups. Nah, I know why she was fighting for you.
That's funny.
You don't believe in prenups. Nah, it all makes sense. I ain't getting married. Damn what you believe in. I put everything in God's hand. And God is telling me to put the pen in her hand and make her sign this goddamn prenup. That's what God's telling me. So God telling me and you 2 different things, partner. As that's going on, Steph Marbury grows crazy. Hell nah. No, we ain't doing it. Hell, no, it ain't going on. Steph go crazy. Mike Bibby walks. Are you serious, Steve? Out of here. Everybody, no. Bruh, this preacher has the nerves to sit there for about 5 or 10 minutes and try to convince me that God told that he don't believe in prenups, so I shouldn't believe in them. Listen, bro, we ain't in the same tax bracket, first of all.
Yeah, it seems to me like that preacher got paid really well. to say some bullshit like that. Let God handle it. I believe in that actually. I believe that everything is in God's hands. But God also says that you should not throw yourselves into ruin. Listen, it's obvious even for a blind person that she has bad intentions in this marriage. If she really loved him and wants to be with him, she would have signed that prenup as soon as it got presented to her, with no questions asked, because she knows that she's getting married to a high value man. She should consider herself lucky to be with a man like this. But anyway, let's continue hearing the story.
Wedding off. When everybody trying to figure out what's going on, we all get back to my room. I break down crying, dog. Honest to God truth. I can't lie. Because I was hurt. Because I was ready to, I wanted to marry her, bro. This is the honest to God truth. I break down crying, dog, for about a good 20, 30 minutes. Mike Bibby mom walk up to me, dog, and it's bringing tears to my eyes today. She walk up to me. She grabbed her bare hand. Mike Bibby's mom wiped the snot and all this from my face, everything from my face. And she picked my chin up and she said, "You became a man today." Nigga. As I'm wiping my tears and stuff off, you know what I'm saying, getting ready to go downstairs and party, somebody from her side comes to my room and say, "Hey, Steve, hey, hold on, just calm down. She want to talk to you." All right, I go talk to her. So look, I get in the room. She's still in her wedding dress, and she crying and right? So soon as I walk in the room, she hard down crying. "I'll sign it, I'll sign it. Da-da-da-da, I'll sign it. I'm whatever, I'll sign it. Listen, I was born at night, but not last night. One thing I know, anytime somebody signs anything where they crying under any type of stress or any real emotional or something like that, that shit can get thrown out.
Right, that's a fact. Anyone that signs anything under any pressure, it gets thrown out in the court. And that's a fact, and we all know it. Bro, I can't help but see that this is some calculated plan to ruin this man's life. First of all, she was pushing the prenup as she didn't want to sign it, making excuses like she was planning for the wedding and stuff like that. Second of all, she gets this preacher to speak for her and manipulate this man so she doesn't sign the prenup. And the last straw of her plan is what she did right here, crying and begging and saying that she'll sign it under pressure. Listen, I'm looking at this from my point of view, and it seems like a calculated strategy and a plan. She wanted to ruin this man's life and take all of his assets and resources.
Remember I told you Steph was turned up? I'm talking about, dog, this nigga Steph my Marbury is crazy, dog. Soon as we get to downstairs, he already in the DJ booth. As people walk in, guess what's the first song they played? She gives me money when I'm in need. Yeah, she's a trifling friend indeed. Oh yeah, she's a gold digger. Way over time. That's good to me. Oh, dog. You know, I'm going to keep it all 1,000 with y'all. After we had party at the hotel, me and all my partners getting ready to go out that night. Two of her main squeezes that was there with her was with us that night. And I'm going to keep it funky. I downed one of them.
Listen, at the end of the day, I'm glad that this man saw right through her bullshit. He is smart and he is a family man, and that tells you that he is a responsible man as well. You see what happens when you try to bite off more than you can chew. Now she's not married, she didn't get anything, and she's regretting her life decisions. That's why I always tell you fellas to be cautious and be careful if you plan on getting married, especially if you have a lot of assets and resources, because most of these modern women nowadays are only interested in your money. Simple as that.
Real talk, and we're gonna go back to the party.
What?
I broached the subject of prenup with your dad at our cake tasting over 3 weeks out.
Is this something you really want to get into right now?
I would love to just make a little headway.
Your investors want the security of knowing that I will not have majority stake in the business, and if we separate without a prenup, that's a possibility.
No, you'll never own a majority, period.
I quit my full-time job to work for Loverboy, so we need to make sure that we both benefit from this agreement. What do I get out of it?
You wanna have a fight?
No,
right
I
now,
don't.
in the middle of our party?
No, I'm not. You're the one that brought
lay
this
off
up.
the
You're
CEO.
the one that brought this up, and you know how I feel about it. So I don't know why you would expect this conversation would go any different. Why would you want to set me up where I got nothing?
What do you mean set me up?
I want you to present me with reasons why we should agree
But
to
then
a
I have to
prenup.
explain something to you as if I'm a teacher.
Yes!
I don't want to be the teacher, babe.
Then I'm not signing anything. If you're so adamant about this prenup and you're thinking about the potential if we separate, then I need to think about the potential if we separate as well.
Dude, I'm done, you know? Nice weekend.
Yeah, you see fellas, at the end of the day, it's all about money and what she can get and snatch from you. It's sad that these mother women are like this, but it's the reality. If you as a man have a business that you spent a lot of years building and working hard for it, you are entitled to that business and no one should take it away from you. Not even take half away from you. You should do whatever you can to protect your business at all costs.
If you have a prenup or if you have some sort of contract, you're already going into the relationship with an expiration date. You're thinking, I'm gonna break up with you.
Ladies, your strongest weapon is your intuition. If somebody's handing you a contract on day one saying, if it don't work, your ass is out the door, your ass needs to be out the door on day one.
If you don't put your all into A.
You have to go into that relationship 100% committed, not thinking, okay, if it doesn't work out, this is what I'm gonna do.
There are plenty of women who have busted their butts for their men. They have put into that relationship. Why is it that after 5, 10 years, the relationship doesn't work? You're gonna throw me out of the house? No, I'm keeping the house, the car, I'm keeping everything. Your ass is leaving the house.
Amen.
Yeah, clapping for nonsense and ignorance. This is the clown world that we live in today, ladies and gentlemen. Trust me, if the roles were reversed and she's the successful one, she'll definitely make the man that she's gonna get married with sign a prenup. Because why? It makes sense then. She wanna protect her resources, assets, and money. They only speak with logic and facts when it benefits them. If a woman knows that she's getting married to a high-value, successful man and she doesn't wanna sign a prenup, then don't get married to that man. Because your intentions seem clear to him that you're up to no good in that marriage. So why would a high-value, successful man take that risk into getting married without a prenup? It doesn't make any sense.
We're saying that it's better for there to be a 50-50 custody, right? Maybe the female, just looking at the other sides, backed against the wall and going, gosh, if I don't keep my children more, which I'm used to doing because I've been a stay-at-home mom and I don't have any career basis, I go out there and I work, I'm not going to be able to afford this apartment or whatever for my children if I don't make the split difference so that he can pay me more so that I can have the amount of income to survive.
Child support has nothing to do with your ability to earn. Child support
No, I
has
didn't
to
say
do
it
with
had anything to do with ability to earn. I'm saying that the
No, you
female
did.
didn't have ability to earn, possibly. She's making an error judgment, but with a financial need to go after her ex for more custody, possibly because she thinks, and she's right, she doesn't have the capacity to go make the living on her own.
So
Does that
basically
make
what you're
sense?
saying is that there's a mother who doesn't have the ability to make a decision on the best interest of her children
No.
because she's putting money.
No, no.
That's exactly what you're saying.
No, you're twisting my words.
No, what she's saying is, I am lazy, I don't want to work, I want his child support to cover all my needs on a monthly basis. That's all I understand right here. It's called child support, not ex-wife support. You should not be demanding more child support just because you don't feel like working. That's just lazy, broke behavior. I'm just being 1000% honest with you here.
Anna, you heard of prenups?
I have, yeah.
You have a boyfriend now?
I don't know.
If your future husband or fiance asked you to do a prenup before marriage, would you be opposed or offended?
No, I think I would support it.
All right, how come?
I mean, I know divorce rates are pretty high, and I absolutely would want to protect my interests. I mean, I'm planning on making a lot of money when I'm done with school, so I don't want him snatching any from me.
What are you majoring in? What are you gonna do?
I'm a history grad student, so I'm not going to make any money, but there's a dream.
How are you gonna get rich?
I mean, normally I say marrying rich, but that's not going to work out here. I'll write a TV show or something. I'll do the next Game of Thrones.
Very nice. All right, and so if you do get rich, you'll probably ask for a prenup.
I think so, yeah. I mean, I think there's nothing wrong with that as long as you're both, like, going into it, like, eyes open. So,
Alright.
Finally, a woman that speaks with a little bit of logic. I mean, at least she's not delusional. She knows how the world works nowadays. And this goes back to the point that I made earlier. A prenup seems logical to a woman who is successful with a lot of resources and a lot of money. No one says anything when a woman wants a prenup to protect herself and her assets. But when a man wants a prenup, he gets shamed for it. Yeah, the double standards on this prenup stuff is crazy.